Hello dear friends, today is a lecture number 12 as long as rotational dynamics is concerned, and in this lecture we have to discuss kinetic energy of rotating body. For that purpose I have already drawn a diagram as shown in the figure. Here I have not shown axis of rotation because I have drawn axis of rotation perpendicular to the plane of the figure, passing inward like this, perpendicular to the plane of the figure, which is not able to draw on the board. That is axis of rotation. I have quoted here, axis of rotation is perpendicular to the plane of the figure, passing through point O, not shown in the figure. This body moves with constant angular velocity omega. This rigid body consists of large number of particles having masses m1, m2, m3 ... mn. These particles are separated by a perpendicular distances r1, r2, r3, r4 ... rn from the axis of rotation. Each particle has its own linear velocity. So linear velocities of the particles are supposed v1, v2, v3, v4 ... vn. This is all about the description of the rigid body, which is rotating in anti-clockwise direction with constant angular velocity omega. That's all. Then take a single particle of mass m1. Then translational kinetic energy of the first particle is given by Ke1 is equal to 1/2 m1 v1 square. We know the formula V is equal to R omega. From that we can write V1 is equal to R1 omega. Omega is constant term. Omega is the angular velocity which is remaining constant throughout. So V1 square is equal to R1 square omega square. By putting that value here, we get Ke1, that is kinetic energy, translational kinetic energy of the first particle, which is given by Ke1 is equal to 1/2 m1 r1 square omega square. This is equation 1. After calculating the kinetic energy of the first particle, Ke1 is equal to 1/2 m1 r1 square omega square. Similarly, we can write, we can calculate, we can derive kinetic energy of remaining particles Ke2, Ke3 ... Ken. That is, I have written already on the board, given by this. Similarly, translational kinetic energy for another particles are Ke2 is equal to 1/2 m2 r2 square omega square. Ke3 is equal to 1/2 m3 r3 square omega square ... Ken is equal to 1/2 mn rn square omega square. So by making use of these translational kinetic energy of individual particles, now we want to calculate rotational kinetic energy of rigid body. So kinetic energy rotational is nothing but which is equal to Ke1 plus Ke2 plus Ke3 plus ... plus Ken. That formula I have already written here. By putting the values of Ke1, Ke2 plus ... Ken, we get rotational kinetic energy. By taking 1/2 common throughout, and inside the bracket what is remaining, dear students? m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus ... plus mn rn square. Outside the bracket another term is constant common, which is equal to omega square. So what this term indicate? m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus dot 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 plus mn rn square. This is a definition of moment of inertia of rotating body about axis of rotation passing through point O, not shown in the figure. And in short, in an abstract form we can write like this: summation mi ri square, where I starts from 1 to n omega square. And this is a definition of moment of inertia. It is a definition of moment of inertia, and so that we get what? Kinetic energy of rotating body, or we can say that rotational kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 I omega square. So this is all about the how we can calculate kinetic energy of rotating body. As long as the examination point of view, the skeleton of the question, nature of the question is like this: obtain an expression for the kinetic energy of rotating body. Obtain an expression for the kinetic energy of rotating body. So kinetic energy of rotating body is equal to 1/2 I omega square. So this is all about kinetic energy of rotating body. Dear student, we will stop here and again meet for the next video later on. Goodbye.